What's
Hello,
going on, man?
hello.
What's going on?
Good. So first thing I want to ask you is, hold on. First thing we want to know, we you came on the scene with a record, Uber Everywhere.
Yeah.
How did that come?
Well, first I had dropped I Want. I dropped I Want on SoundCloud. I begged my older brother to drop the record for me. I was actually staying in San Diego at the time when I wrote I Want, and I was staying on my homie couch. He had just told me like him and his girl, they had jobs that like they were answering phone calls, like one of them jobs where you just pick up phones, and they was like, yo, we can get you a job up here. Cause originally I was in LA, but the person who told me I could stay there, when I got there, I spent my last money on a flight. Probably had like 500 in my pocket when I landed. I was staying at this homie's crib. He told me, "Oh, you can't stay here no more," or whatever. Blah blah. Less than like a week that I was there. Spent most of my money to get there. He told me I couldn't stay there because I wasn't on the insurance. This is my pops. Actually, it's my pops spot, which wasn't explained to me until I got there. So, everything that I done have from parents, everybody telling me, nah, don't go there, you can't be on somebody's couch. And I'm like, nah, I'm about to get it. I'm about to figure it out. Turns around, they was right. So then I moved. Luckily, I had a homie that stayed in San Diego that went to school with me out in Japan, just so happened. So I didn't have to fly all the way back to Georgia. I went down to San Diego, spent the last like I had 500, spent a little bit to get a bus, like get a train ride down there. I was there waiting to get a job. I wrote I Want. Then I was not like really rocking with the vibe that was there. He had people in and out of his house. They was doing all types of drugs. It was just wild. It was just like, yo, this is not Tokyo. I gotta slide. I thought y'all just did weed. Like this is crazy. This is crazy. So so I'm like, all right. So I had to leave. I ended up leaving. My mom actually ended up buying me a flight. I'm feeling low key down because I'm like, man, here it goes, falling on my face. I gotta go back home. I gotta go back to Georgia. I was out in Cali. The weather was good. We was vibing. I ain't had no money like that, but the weather was good. I was eating burritos and vibing, all of that. And then I go back home. I finally officially record I Went Over. I randomly find K Swisher Beat Uber on YouTube just looking at beats. And then from there, I recorded that. I recorded Uber in the kitchen slash living room. I had my setup, my studio set up. My mom was trying to cook. I'm telling you, yo, can you turn it down real quick? I can hear the water in the background. I'm just trying to get this verse off, and then you could go back to what you're doing because I want you to cook. I'm hungry. Is that so? So I end up doing the hook in the verse. Originally, it was just a verse that ended up being catchy, and the hook just sounded like a hook, but it was part of the verse. So I just had the hook verse, and then for a while, for like a couple of months, my little bro kept pressing me. He was like, "Yo, you need to put another. I keep playing this, but you need to put another verse on here. It's so hard." And I'm like, "For real, you rock with this?" Like, I had a verse that I was writing down. I wrote it, and then I would say people around me kind of gravitated to like, yo, you gotta finish this, you gotta put it out. And it wasn't the older people, it was more of like the younger people. My little brother in college, 19, like just telling me, yo, all the kids at my school would play this. This sound like something that we would rock, like we would go and get drunk, have fun, whatever, all of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna listen to you on this. I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. And I remember playing it to my pops. My pops was kind of like, yeah, like, cause you gotta think like North Side, Cool and Shorty, like to originally what's on radio. You got everything that sound like Metro or Future, and nothing like that. Nothing sound like experimental beat, happy, like Uber Everywhere beat. It didn't sound like that. That was before Lil Yachty was out. Before any of them out. Like none of like nobody was really. If you listen to it, it was on some select. You was online and you had it. So that record came about so quick. I would say one of the quickest. Most of the stuff that's like on radio or that's been like has been some of the quickest moments of where like I'll spend all day recording other stuff, but some of the records that outstand all the other ones are ones that happen so quick. Like just instantly, me not thinking about it. Oh, boom, chain on skateboarding. Oh, dang. Like, oh yeah, like, oh, all right, let's go. Like I what, like all of them.
So where did you come up with the ad lib? The skirt skirt?
Ad lib, being in Atlanta and listening to a lot of music, being influenced by Gucci, being influenced by Two Chains. Um, I feel like that's like how you got people. I don't know, like what's a style like? You know, in Cali, people be wearing long socks and Vans, right? Like that's like,
L.A. Shout out to
yeah,
them.
you know, like but like that's where if you on the East Coast or you in the South, you be like, oh, that's that Cali like swag. That's what they do out there. So like just the same way as like getting hypey. Like there's probably like one person that originated, but everybody do it. So it's like there was that skirt, like everybody kind of say it in their music. If you ever heard Two Chains, he be like, I call her big booty skirt skirt. Like everybody been saying it for years, but I kind of like ran with it and kind of like put my own swag to it, to where it's not like Kodak skirt. It's not like 21 Savage skirt. It's like skirt skirt. Like it's not like you won't hear a gangster like saying it like that. Like it's not gonna be that way. Now it's like you got a mixture of everybody doing it now. It's a whole new wave of like, yeah, that's kind of like saying you dig or like, you feel me. Like yeah, so
So I know you got an album. You can tell us
yeah,
about that.
working on the album right now. Me and Pharrell was just working. Me and Sean working. Um, Me and Kalani supposed to be working. Um, yeah, shout out to Kalani. Man, me and my bro, 24 hours. Like I got a lot of people. Metro Boomin. Um, me and Jay Bavine, reggaeton dude, we working. Like I got like a handful of people, but like I've only probably got about like 4 or 5 records done. I'm probably gonna do like 10 or 12, but Sean got the studio on the bus, so we working all tour.
Good. So I know you was recently out in Frisco
Yeah,
and doing a show. How did
yeah,
that go?
that was dope. It's dope. You know what? You know what I'm getting. Every time that I go on someone's tour, I gain another certain fans. And Sean, if people that been fans of Big Sean, they're fans of Kanye, Travis, good music, finally famous, like that whole umbrella of that. So you got here you go. Lil Tokyo coming on tour with Big Sean, and you got a lot of fans that are like super. I want to hear lyrical. I want to hear this. I want to hear that, or I want to hear Janae and Sean. And then you got Tokyo coming out super turn. So it kind of throw them off a little bit when I first come out there. So like that's what I'm like every night. I'm like fighting for fans coming out swinging every night to where it's like you got a handful of my fans that's there to where imagine I perform like 4 songs in and I perform from like Northside Shorty, Kelly Rowland, Mr. Tokyo to the Cozy Tape Bachelor verse on the Cozy Tape. And then, so imagine all of them kind of like, cause they want to hear like they trying to hear like trying to hear some like real rap, and I'm like, all right, we drop our one, they go crazy. Everybody yelling the words, and I'm like, so you got fans that didn't know who I was that are now getting that. Oh wow, looking around when you got kids and everybody that's yelling the words, they like, oh, okay. I get why he on tour with Sean. And then you go into Skateboard P and they go crazy. Everybody got the lights up. They chanting all the words to Uber, everybody. So it's like everybody wanna hear the hits. Especially when you go on tour with like a big artist that got nothing but hits. Like that's what they wanna hear. So I'm like, I'm performing the stuff that I love, and then of course I'm gonna perform. The whole time I'm performing, they like skateboard P, Uber everywhere. They screaming all the one. I'm like, look, man, we gonna get to that. This my stage tonight. This is what I'm doing. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Like, so look, this is how we gonna do my set. And then we gonna get to y'all favorites, but y'all gonna know these records today. So man, it's dope. It's dope being on tour with Sean. Um, Frisco is cool. Um, Man, I'm just happy. I'm just happy
So
running
one of
around.
the shocking things for me when I first heard the record Uber Everywhere, it was like, oh, it's from this cat made in Tokyo. I was like, I ain't never heard of him, don't know nothing about him. And I listened to the record, I was like, yo, this is really banging. And then I saw a picture of you, and I was like, this cat is black.
Yo, I get tweets like that all the time, and I guess it's because I ain't. Yeah, you did. Goddamn, you feel me, like straight up like that. So like when people hear me and my voice is not like everybody else's, and I feel like that's what made my stuff stand out. To where a lot of people was like, oh, he kind of reminds me of Ray Schumer or something like that or something in that vibe because I'm still get you turned up music, but it's still at a level where you could play it around your kids and it's make kids dance and to still where you got some of the streetest people like Uber everywhere. Yeah, that my John, bro. Like I rock with that to like, oh my god, I love Uber everywhere. Made in Tokyo, skirt skirt, like all of that. You get all of that to where it's like then you got, you know how it go. So it's wild.
Now, hopefully, we don't see you with any Kardashians anytime soon, right?
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got a fiance. Um, I just had my kid. So you won't be seeing me with no
Good
Kardashians
stuff.
unless they in a video or it's one of the homies or something like that. But Kylie when I first started putting out music, she was playing Uber every other day on her Snap. I went on did some spot dates on Tyga's tour, and she was there like some of the times, and she was filming it on her Insta, all of that, and showing love. I got to meet them, and they show super love, super down to earth. And I met Kylie's mom with Sean at Kanye's tour, and she was super cool. So you ain't gonna see me like how you said you ain't gonna see me, like, but you might see me around in the mix, cause you know
Word up, man. So we got a couple of questions from some fans. One person wanted to know who influenced your style.
um we got a few: Pharrell, Kanye, um Gucci, um who else, man? And all the oldies. Every song that my parents played, from all the melodies to from Jodeci to H Town Players to all the homies in the Bay Area everywhere from E40 to E40 to Adlib King, like to all these people. So I got a mixture of everything. I moved everywhere my whole life. Every 3 years I was moving different West Coast, East Coast, Japan. Like I was born in Hawaii. Like my parents met in the Bay Area. So like I just got a mixture of like I like all types of music. So I could pinpoint. I could be like I love Future. I was listening to him before I dropped my stuff. I was listening to Lupe. Like all of like just a mixture of everybody.
So I'm assuming somebody know you really well because they want to know what is your favorite tattoo and the meaning, or if you have any new ones.
Um. So my new one crazy. This arm right here. I'm gonna do everything with Japan. So it's the rising sun, Japanese towers. I randomly end up putting my girl's last name Santana, but I gotta get this re-hit. I did this right here. You Were Forgiven, my first project. I got it on my fingers. Forgiven. And this is for anybody that ever slept on you. Don't be mad at them. Just forgive them. Don't forget, but just forgive. Because I had a hard time doing that. And I told myself, you can't be like that when you come into this industry or you doing music because you got a lot of fake people. You got a lot of real people. You got a mixture of everybody. But like at the end of the day, I'm here to entertain. So it's like this. You can't hold grudges with people. Just keep it moving. Keep smiling. Don't hold that. You don't want that bad karma. I got a little one now. I don't got time for no bad karma. Anything like is this like I tell my shorty. I'm like this is the one person that has did no sins, no nothing, ain't never hurt nobody in life. So my karma can't ricochet off of him, like nothing like that. So I'm smiling everybody's face, dapping everybody up, appreciate everybody supporting me, all of that. So that's the You're Forgiven. The that But the main one is my son's name right here, True. True Santana Davis. So I put his name right here. So one, it's gonna be easy for him to learn how to spell his name. All you gotta do is look at me. Two, it's four letters and it's true. Like it's real. Everything real from me meeting his moms to us having him. He wasn't a mistake. Like to everything that I've been doing this year, every year, everywhere that I've been keeping everything the way I was raised was to keep everything true. If you keep it 100, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So,
All right, so I got a last question for you. It's a two-part question. What does your necklaces mean? And then somebody wanted to know how much did they cost?
oh, so I'm gonna say they over 20K. I'm gonna just put that right there. Anyways, it's like this. Like let's get past that. Like this. Like these are my logos. These are the logos for Private Club. My whole game, my whole squad. My brother, 24 Hours, Sama Slims. My name Finn, Noah. My whole gang. Kind of like you got your Taylor gang or you got your ASAP Mob. Like this is my squad. So it's like I told myself I wasn't gonna get nothing crazy or get a figure of me or something like that iced out. First, I'm gonna put some money into my logo so people will take it more serious. To how you see those Rockefeller chains or you see the good music chains. Like I want people to kind of like get that this made in Tokyo, this Private Club. This is what it is. So what else? How better to do it than putting some racks behind that and making it shine.
Good stuff, man. Well, hey, y'all make some noise for Made in Tokyo. And we going to have you guys line up right outside this door. We're going to take some pictures and stuff like that.